think one of the things is that what I've said already, it's just all about confidence. So don't let the small things take away from big victories. Not everything needs to be perfect. As long as something's achieved, if you're happy with the outcome, like, just be very happy about it. One of the things that is my life model, I think this might be my one thing, if you can take away anything, is that don't think about something for more than 5 minutes if it's not going to last for more than 5 years. So it's like a nice way to kind of validate the feelings. You listen to them 5 minutes, you can be upset for anything, like no matter how small it is, you take that 5 minutes to gather your thoughts, be upset, come back to it, and then if it's not going to matter in 5 years, it's done after the 5 minutes. No matter what it is, it could be something big, something small, but it needs to be proportionate. So make sure that, like, it's not to downplay any feelings, but it's to make sure that you keep your priorities and what matters the most. Keep that in your forefront of your mind rather than letting small things upset you, because it just hinders in the way of progress.
So don't let anyone tell you that your gender is a barrier to what you want to do in life. Don't think that, listen to things that say, only boys do physics when I was at school, only boys do that, or, and if they really have, find something you're passionate about and follow that to the best of your ability, no matter what it is. If that's what you want to do, if you work really hard, you'll get somewhere along the path to doing that in life. And that just means doing your very best and working at something, but don't let anyone ever tell you can't do something just because of your gender.
Yeah, I'd say, it sounds so cliche to say always stay true to yourself, but I would genuinely say, don't feel pressure to fit yourself into some kind of mould or to feel pigeonholed into speaking about this one thing if you want to get involved in women's empowerment. I kind of felt a little cornered for years that I was always talking about the kind of struggles of being disabled and all this, and it was kind of building up my own sort of internalised ableism or my own attitudes towards how I access society. It makes you feel bogged out, don't be afraid to take a step back and think, I should be able to, my message should be benefiting all women, including myself, and if it's bringing me down, it's probably not contributing that positively to the discussion overall. So yeah, activism, it should never be draining, it should never put you in burnout. And yeah, you can get involved in a multitude of ways and speak about all of your experiences, because none of us can be just defined by this one word.
Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do, or what you can achieve or what you can't achieve, because I think do what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you feel empowered. The world is your oyster.
Your body is normal. We need to be normalizing the parts of a female body and using the correct terminology for them. Vulva and vagina are different things. Boobs do not need to be symmetrical. I had another one. Having a bump on your stomach is normal. That is where your uterus is.
So I would say the best thing to do is to really, really enjoy everything as it comes. I think the best thing you can do is when, let's just say, the smallest step towards where you're wanting to be, really relish that, really enjoy it, because that's life. Your life is it's every step of the way, and I think it's so important to maybe not visualize things in a few years' time or I'll be happy then, etc., but to be this is happening now, and I'm surrounded by friends, family. Really just enjoying the time you're in is the most important thing, because it's something where the more time you spend in the present, the more of a really wonderful past you look back on. And that's something that I've read before, and I'm just I've loved that quote, and I think it's really important to take every day as it comes with the most sort of optimistic gaze, I would say.
I think the sort of advice I always say, and it was advice that kind of was thrust upon me when I first came out as trans, but I think is really sort of can be about anything, is I know that a lot of women feel that they don't have that support. I think especially a lot of older women tend to just roll over and just be just let whatever happens, and you feel like you don't have that role model, no matter if it's a again, just a role model who's a female, or if it's a queer role model or a role model that's a person of colour, be that role model for other people. Like, stick up for yourself, be outspoken, you know, and other people will open up to that, and other people will see you as that role model. Like, for example, me, I didn't have many queer role models, didn't know any queer women, especially trans women, and so I never had that role model, and it's easy for me to just stay in my bubble and just, you know, stay in my bubble and just hide from the world and just keep my queerness to myself. But then there's thousands of other kids out there who are queer kids who are like what I was, who are scared and they don't have anyone. So me being out there and me being that role model for other people stops kids from being what I was, being scared, and stops them from being alone. And I think that's very important. So yeah, be the role model that you never had when you were younger is the advice that I always give to people.